Good evening. So today we have just a consultation appointment, correct? Okay. So we'll begin with your fit. May I? Okay. This is a bit of a hands-on experience as I tend to see how a certain garment fits on you. So I see you chose today to wear this charming neutral navy kind of toned shirt. Okay. Just say, since it's a polo shirt, is it something you find yourself reaching for the most? On daily, yeah. Okay. Do you enjoy the color? Do you enjoy the structure of the neck or just the V? Okay. And this is the fabric that you usually would pick too. Alright. I do think that this deeper blue shade, it looks great on you, so it tells me something important already. So let's see. Before we begin, I'm going to do a bit of a color analysis on you, okay? So I'll just place some different shades towards your face. 1 second. Okay. So since this is your first time, I'm going to do a little bit of color analysis for you. Just a few different shades to see what color temperature you're leaning towards, which one would be more favorable for your skin, your hair, and your eye tone, okay? So just look at a couple. Let's try this winter green. I'm just going to place it right here. If you can just look at me in the eye so I can see how it reflects of your face, whether or not it highlights your features or washes it away, okay? So green. Try this brown. So same thing. Okay. So what we look at is if it creates any shadows on your face. Usually the light just reflects off the color, then bounces onto your skin, and then we'll look at whether it's flattering on you or not. Okay, we'll do stark black. Okay. What's your usual go-to color for neutral tones, especially? Okay. Let me try one last one. This navy blue. do like you in blue tone. I must say there's a hue that just softens your features, highlights your eye color, and overall just feels flattering. I can see more definition around your eye and your eyebrows. Shadows soften. It just makes it more cohesive look. Okay, so we'll definitely stick to more blue tones. The darkest I would say navy, but I honestly would try slightly lighter colors. Maybe periwinkle or kind of more misty blues. Okay. So let me look at your shirt again. May I show you some models and show you kind of how to find the best quality and pieces that would last a lifetime, okay, versus trendy things. Alright, so here I have prepared for you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 different shirts, and some of them are of higher quality, others a bit more average. We'll look at each one and I'll show you what to look for and what to avoid in the future, okay? So let's start with the sweaters. So we'll begin with this sweater. First, I wanted to say we'll look at the quality of items by looking at two things. Number one, fabric. What type of fabric is it? There has been thankfully a much higher chance of finding higher natural quality materials and fabrics in clothing nowadays, which is great. So thankfully to us, this sweater is 100% cotton. Great quality, nice structure. It will not pill as much as like acrylic or polyester would. You can see the beautiful weaved look, almost like a basket weave here, which gives it a bit of texture. Then we look at details like the neck has to have stretch, but needs to be wide enough and strong enough. Needs to be enforced on the back so it doesn't fold forward. In this case, we'll look at the zipper and we'll look how it stays. This stays quite strong, quite flat. That's a good sign. That means that after a few washes, this will continue to have this shape. Okay. So overall, this is a beautiful sweater. Lightweight, breathable, but it will keep you warm. Has a bit of a stretch, but you can see that it will stay in this shape. Okay. Now let's see this sweater as an example. You can immediately see the difference. Fabric here is also 100% cotton. However, fabric is one, two is details. Even without opening up the color, you can see what's already happening. There is no structure, this part is already droopy, so it'll just get even more wavy over time. If we unzip it, you can see how wavy it is already, even before you wash it and wear it. Even though it's a great material, very nice, lightweight. But it's not as well made as the previous sweater. The stitches are quite well done, so that's good. Looking at the bottom seam, over here too you will see exposed seams like this could potentially irritate your skin just from scratching and touching it all the time. So that is something we'll look at. I'll show you what the best option to have in the seams. Okay, so these are two different sweaters but similar styling, and you can see the difference. You can see the difference right away. Just looking at the top. Okay, next let's take a look at these t-shirts. This is a classic oversized t-shirt. Looking at material. In this case, material is here, 100% cotton. This shirt is quite well made. You can see nicely reinforced color, so it won't droop once you wash it a couple times. It won't fold in either, hopefully, even though the double stitch is not here. This back seam is covered up, you will notice. That's a good sign, so it doesn't irritate your skin. It's quite a seam. And that's a good sign when the seam is exposed like this. This will irritate your neck quite quickly. Okay. Overall, it's a good feel, structure, weight is good. The pocket is not the most ideal, but it works. Slightly slanted because it's an oversized t-shirt. It will have this look. Here's another t-shirt. Also not too bad, but first thing we'll look at is fabric. I can already see that this is not cotton, or at least not full cotton. Under certain light, you can already see peeling. So after wearing it for a little bit longer, you'll have a lot of peeling happening. Let's see why. Also it clings. You can see, you can actually hear it. It has that scrunchy sound. No tags here. Okay. 68% cotton, 48% polyester. So when it looks good, it's very soft, very soft. But you can already see the peeling. The neck is not doing too bad, it still lays flat. But the seam here is getting curled up. So we'll start irritating a little bit. But the back stitch is wonderful. Same thing. You can see the difference in the quality of fabric right away. here's when we talk about fabrics that are not natural, that's the sound. You hear it? That's the polyester sound. Nothing's wrong with it, but just something to be aware of if you're looking for timeless pieces. Okay. Let's take a look at dress shirts. So this is a short sleeve dress shirt. Clean lines. When you look at it, you can see a lot of symmetry. That's very pleasant, not very obvious to the eye from the first glance, but very important. First thing, the fabric. It's beautifully knit fabric, you can see. Up close, just how strong it is. This is 100% cotton, Australian Good Earth cotton. It's also heavier cotton, so it will keep the structure more. It will create a more structured, polished look. You'll be more forgiving on the body because nothing will cling anywhere. But you need to make sure it fits everywhere quite well, otherwise there's no stretch. Second, we'll look at details. Beautifully done. Arm openings. You can see a reinforced stitch in the arm opening to keep it from ripping. Here's some details that I love. Pocket fabric lines up with the rest of the shirt. Do you see? The lines up and down match perfectly. That is very satisfying. That also takes a lot of labor and precision and intention in the way you craft an outfit. Here's another one. To see how all of the buttons are on this white line in the middle. All of them match on this white line. Very symmetrical. The color has exact shaping, exact lines. It's not something you look for, but your eyes see symmetry. They see these things subconsciously. Makes it far more well put together, intentional, clean outfit. Okay, more presentable. You will feel like $1 million in a shirt like this because it all lines up. Beautifully done. Okay. Here's the part with the seams. When they're done well, they are ironed and pressed down. They don't stick out. So that creates the least amount of tension and friction against your body. Same thing here inside. A lot of our underarms are very sensitive, so this is beautiful. It is sewn down. Okay. Let's see from the back. Always extra fabric here so that you can open up your back. Also very clean lines here. One line goes all the way across. It lines up with the sleeve. So this is a seam. That's two pieces of fabric coming together and lining up perfectly. Very beautiful. Let's look at the simpler, more relaxed look. You can see the whole structure is less structured, which nothing is wrong with it, but other details is what we're going to see. Okay. So fabric, you can see this is gauze cotton. We always look at the tags. Also 100% cotton. That's wonderful. But let's look over here. I already see threads right here coming up. There's a thread right here, and this is a brand new outfit. Okay. Let's look at the sleeves. Here's that stitch inside that I was talking about when it's inside the garment and it's touching the underside of your arm. It doesn't feel very good. So all of these small things add up to an experience of your clothing. So when you have a lot of exposed and not even line up seams over here, can give you a bit of a different feeling. This back seam as well, fully exposed. So this will start curving up every time you wash it. It'll start rubbing against the back. And you will feel it quite soon. Even though it's also quite an expensive shirt. Here, none of the extra fabric. So they didn't account for your back opening up when you put your hands forward. Okay. You can already see that it's a bit crooked. The seam right here is not even. You can see this little pop-up. So, very different experience. Two different shirts. So for example, this one is almost $50 on sale. Was $159, and this one is $69, so $20 more. This one, it was the same $150 almost. So at some point, both these shirts were the same price. Okay. And last, let's look at some t-shirts, polos. So originally you look at it and it looks beautiful. The fabric is great. It feels lightweight. Looking for that tag on the other side of it. 100% cotton. Beautiful loose fit. Would feel amazing on the body. So the qualities of the fabric is okay, but you can already see this right here falling apart a bit, starting to fray. That's not good. The type of armholes here, nothing everything is reinforced. The stitch is out, and this will stretch out so quickly. And it will get curly. You can already see. Same thing here. There's no structure. After the first wash, it will begin curling around, most likely. But as a casual shirt, it's not too bad. The fabric definitely feels good, very light, like gauze, cotton feel. Overall, good look, but the details are just not amazing. All of this will start falling apart very quickly. Especially the sleeves. Okay. And then the last one. Another polo shirt, more structured again. More structured means more forgiving on the body because nothing will cling anywhere. It will be breathable, but it will sit over top and keep its shape. First, we'll look at the fabric. %97% cotton, 3% elastin, which is okay. We would love full cotton, but that's alright. It gives it a huge stretch. It'll be easier to wear, move around in. The armholes, unfortunately, are very tight. Even though they're well made, you can already tell they will be quite tight, but nicely reinforced sleeve here, but all exposed, not laying flat at least. But you can see how small this opening is. Okay. The color will most likely also start curling in quite quickly. You would have to work with that separately. Here, button openings are reinforced with a stitch, which is good. The buttons look pearly, that's good. Very nice stitch here is covered up so it won't irritate your neck. And these pieces are nice and wide. The panel is nice and wide, so it will stay flat, won't curl as easily, so it will stay more flat against your body even when opened. Okay. This one has openings here, and it is beautifully stitched across to reinforce this opening from coming apart. That's good. The stitch still exposed here now. No loose threads. That's a good look. Nice little extra stitch on the back here. Overall, a well-made, kind of medium tier polo shirt. Okay. So was there one that caught your eye the most? The button-up shirt, okay. Would you like to try it on? Okay, I will help you. There's this hidden stitching, very pleasant on the body. Even inside the arm here. That makes a big difference when you